Welcome to the BIR Academy educational video series. Today we're taking you straight to the heart of an organization that shapes every part of the metals industry, the London Metal Exchange, or LME.
Whether you are a recycler, trader, or using recycled metals, the LME influences our businesses, prices, risks, opportunities. It all starts here, and because the LME can seem complex at first, futures, options, hedging structures, we went directly to the experts to learn more. In London, in the ring, at the center of the action.
If the LME feels overwhelming, don't worry. You're exactly where you need to be. In the next minutes, it's all going to make a lot more sense.
Because hedging isn't just finance, it's protection, stability, and often the difference between risk and opportunity.
So let's dive in. This is the BIR Academy and your front row introduction of the LME.
Welcome to the London Metal Exchange, the heart of the global metal trading.
Metals trading has a long history in London, and at the end of the 19th century, the metals traders who were importing and exporting metal into London or in and out of the UK, they were formalizing things in a company which is the predecessor of what the LME is today. So before that, they were actually trading in coffee houses or in the pub. And as things developed, as volume increased, a proper structure was required, and this is where the metals traders joined up and said, we need a proper institution to manage all of that, and that is the origins of the LME.
Wow, that looks like a lot of chaos, but of course it all has structure and functioning processes. Someone who knows it inside out is Yang. She can explain us exactly what is happening here.
LME's three main functions is price discovery, hedging and trading, and the third is warehouse as last resort, and so that's to serve the physical market. Well, actually, the overall is a service of physical market. So all the departments have their own unique aspects how to work together. And globally, everywhere from miners to smelters to refinery to the can users and to the battery producers and also car manufacturers, all reference the price we discovered. And we have cash settlements, and we have a 3-month settlement. The cash is 2 days delivery. If you want to have your material in 2 days' time, you're using the cash price. Second functionality is about hedging. And lots of people sitting in the LME floor is to support all this trading and hedging activities. And we have surveillance, for example. We have a regulatory bodies to monitoring the tradings, and all of that for the hedging is for people to remove or minimize the price volatility in the market. So for example, you are the can manufacturer. You will buy the aluminium, but you don't really want to buy the aluminium when the price is really high, because that's boosting your cost of production hugely, because you only can sell your can to the Coca-Cola or Pepsi or whatever, or Casper, to a certain price. So you want to managing the base cost. So you're using LME as a way for hedging.
Do you really need an exchange to buy metals, or why can't you buy directly from the metal trader or a producer?
You don't have to buy direct to LME. You of course have your all suppliers, and you can trade with your merchants, or you can buy from the smelter directly. But LME is last resort. So when you can't buy anything, you can't find any material in the world, and you can come to LME. And then LME's warehouse is almost like a pool of water. It can going up and down. So when we absorb all the excess, all the metal is floating into LME warehouses. And if it's in a very high demand, you can't buy anywhere else, and you can withdraw from LME warehouses.
It's a kind of backup, so the producers can always, let's say, rely on the warehouse metals.
To a certain degree, this is our functionality to support industry. When you needed us, we are there. And then in terms of when you're saying how much you traded in LME and do you really need to buy from LME,
I'm really proud to let you know that we traded an overall volume is about 4 billion tons of metal a year.
but when you're looking at that figure, you would say that's not right, because the entire physical market is not really this size. But that tonnage we're trading is not always the physical trading, it's actually hedging opportunities, arbitrage opportunities, financial players into LME to use LME as a way to hedging their macro risk. So this is everyone is coming to LME. Different people using LME for different things. They could be hedging, it could be investment, it could be speculation, and everyone is work together.
That's very interesting. That's also how we in the recycling industry use the LME to cover our risk. Is that how all aluminium from all over the world ends up in a can like this?
Aluminium is one of the biggest trading in terms of volume on LME. However, all the aluminium cans, they probably reference our aluminium price. So obviously they already done a lot of rolling, they make it to the shape, they have different kind of colors. So that's all adding value on top of it. LME discovered the price, but that is raw material, but LME sets the base.
Okay, so it could be theoretically that the aluminium which was used for this can came from your warehouse.
It was collected and recycled by the recycling industry, so the producers can use it to make a new can.
Definitely, definitely. And I think it's great to be in this circular economy, and LME definitely supporting all the sustainability path for to supporting this metal industry. So I'm really thankful for you guys to do a great work on the recycling business and helping us and helping the whole planet to move to the sustainable future.
Thank you very much, Yang, for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks. So Jamie, if I buy 50 tons of aluminium here, will you help me to carry it?
Well, first of all, it's going to cost an awful lot of money, and I'll try and help you carry it, but I think we'd much prefer the LME-approved warehouse operators to help us facilitate that into a warehouse.
Is there a fixed time where specific metals are traded every day?
Yes, so the metals are traded at the same time every single day. They trade for 5-minute sessions, and what that does is provide the market with certainty, and they know exactly when the pool of liquidity will be for each metal. And once again, that provides the global market with confidence around our price discovery process.
So Jimmy, are all contracts traded here?
No, not all contracts at the LME are traded and priced on the ring. We have a suite of cash-settled futures that are traded electronically, and we also price option volatilities. Today, only 1% of LME volume is traded in the ring. Most trading happens electronically and by telephone.
We have seen today at the official pricings a lot of people who were shouting around and giving signals. What is it all about?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And the reason for that is the 5-minute pool of liquidity always builds up to that last sort of 30 seconds. And that's where it's the skill of the traders to try and execute their business right at the very end of the session, which will be the LME settlement price. So what the traders are doing is, based on their risk profile, their appetite, their client orders, they will amalgamate and net off all their orders. That will find its way to the ring, and then it's 8 traders against each other that are trying to achieve that LME settlement price. So the idea is that we have the last bid, the last offer, and the last trade, and then the LME bell will cease, and that will be the price. If you were to be a trader and executed your business perhaps 10 seconds too early and had no more tonnage to do, the price could move away from you, and therefore you would most likely be suffering a loss because you're guaranteeing your client the LME settlement price.
How do you see the trend for recycled metals?
I think the recycled metals has evolved hugely in recent years, and that's great because we want to save the planet. So what we will find is market participants will come to the LME to access our market in order to hedge their risk.
The LME, a truly fascinating place. We have seen how the pricing works, we have seen how the trading did work, and all these prices have influence to our daily life, like the price for the car, the price for the smartphone you're buying. A lot of things are happening here. One person who can explain us more about the trade is Christian. Hello, Christian again.
Hello, Murat.
How are you? Very good. What is the role of the LME?
Very good question. Now, we as the LME do not trade a single lot of metal, because if we did have an interest in metals trading, we would be biased. Now, if you think about metals trading like a football game, we provide the pitch, we provide the goal, we provide the referee and the ball and the rules, but there are other people playing on that football field, and those are the names you see here in the ring.
Another thing what I recognized was all these different hand signals. What is the meaning of these hand signals, and how do the people coordinate these hand signals?
Yeah, so coordination is really the key word here, because you have a lot of noise, there is a lot of action happening very rapidly. So people speak in a sort of slang, because they cannot say, I want to buy aluminium for delivery in 3 months' time for 25 lots. No, they just say, I'm bidding X on 25 lots of 3s. So much shorter. And the hand signals, again, it comes down to noise. People need to communicate, and this is non-verbal communication. So you will see that the account clerks in the background, when they provide the numbers, they either do this hand signal, a C, that is the cash date, delivery in 2 days, or like that, 1, 2, 3, the 3 months date. So it's non-verbal underlining of what is being traded. There are also things for the prices. So for example, if I show that, I offer 9 or 4, depending on where you trade. So those are the sort of tools they use. A baker or a cook uses a knife. Those guys here, they use hand signals.
It's very interesting that this is a 9. I have to learn that, Christian. And I can see a C and a B. What does it stand for?
Yes, so the C stands for contango. The B stands for backwardation. And that is the shape of the forward curve. So if we think about those 5 minutes that each metal trades in the ring, the first 4 minutes are dedicated to establishing the shape of the curve. Am I in a contango, future prices being higher than spot prices, or am I in a backwardation, future prices being lower than spot prices? And so that is determined in the first 4 minutes, and then, so the shape of the curve, and then in the last minute, people only trade outright. So then it is determined if the curve is here, if the curve is here, or if the curve is there. So yeah, contango, the C is for contango, the B is for backwardation, and typically a backwardation you have when there is not enough spot material around and people need to access the LME as the market of last resort. And contango is when there's ample supply and people rather, you know, they price, what does it cost me to finance the metal? What does it cost me to store the metal? And that is then reflected in the forward curve.
Thank you very much, Christian, for taking the time and for showing us around. And in the name of the BIR, the Bureau of International Recycling, Dankeschön. Thank you.
Thank you, Murat. It's a pleasure to have you here.